guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my spring reading list. Spring is from March until June, so I picked 8 books, 2 for March, 2 for April, 2 for May, as well as 2 for June. For each month, I have 1 fiction book and 1 non-fiction book. Before we get started into the books, real quick, I want to thank today's sponsor, which is Audible. With Audible, you can get access to an unbeatable selection of audiobooks. They have one of the largest selections of audiobooks out there right now. If you don't really have that much time to read, which I totally understand, I really like the convenience aspect of audiobooks because you can get your reading done during your day-to-day activities. You can get your reading done during your commute time, going to the gym, or just anywhere for that matter. And you can listen anywhere, anytime, any place, on any device. They are actually giving you guys a free 30-day trial as well as 1 free credit towards an audiobook of your choice. If you guys just go to audible.com/ReneeA or text Renee to 500. That is like the best deal. It's a free 30-day trial. Try it out. If you don't like it, you can always cancel. Just click on the link in the description box. That is audible.com/RENEEA or text RENEEA to 500. All the books that I'm going to be mentioning are on Audible, so you can go ahead and get your audio versions of these books. Again, I'll leave them linked in the description box. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the video. Thank you so much, Audible, for sponsoring this video. For the first month, we have March, which is kind of diving into the spring. I'm going to start with the fiction book. So the fiction book that I have for March is Eat, Pray, Love. I have heard nothing but good things about this book. I always hear people telling me that it's like life-changing. James Franco is in the movie. It's a book that's been on my reading list for quite some time now. I just wanted to be in the right mindset of reading it because I feel like it's gonna bring me a lot of like lessons. You know, it's like one of those fiction books that is like spiritually awakened you as well. And again, I'll leave all the books that I mention in the description box as well. In her early 30s, Elizabeth Gilbert had everything a modern American woman was supposed to want: a husband, a country home, a successful career. But instead of feeling happy and fulfilled, she was consumed by panic and confusion. This wise and rapturous book is a story of how she left behind all those outward marks of success and set out to explore 3 different aspects of her nature. Against the backdrop of 3 different cultures: pleasure in Italy, devotion in India, and on the Indonesian island of Bali, a balance between worldly enjoyment and divine transcendence. For more than a decade, Eat, Pray, Love has touched the world and changed countless lives, inspiring and empowering millions of readers to search for their own best selves. So that is the fiction book for March. As for the non-fiction book, I picked up Never Get Angry Again. So this one is a foul-proof way to stay calm and in control in any conversation or situation. So I get asked a lot about like how to remain positive in like a situation, and sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I tend to get overwhelmed with the current state. I am very good at looking back onto things and figuring out why I behaved a certain way or find some sort of like relevance to the situation that like it taught me or I have grown from, but I'm really bad in the situation itself. I tend to get a little bit overwhelmed with my emotions. So this is something, again, that's been on my list for quite a while, and I just wanted to get it because I don't really like the feeling of having a situation impact me in like a negative way, especially anger. So it says, no more anger, no more fighting, and no more broken relationships. All you need is a simple and easy approach. Take a deep breath and count to 10. Meditate. Visualize your happy place. You've probably all heard all of this advice from well-meaning friends, family, and experts, but somehow they miss the mark when it comes to coping with the complex emotion of anger, which I agree 100%. Let's face it, if anger management techniques were effective, you wouldn't be reading this book. These clumsy attempts to maintain calmness are usually futile and sometimes emotionally draining. The fact is, either something bothers us, causing anxiety, frustration, or anger, or it doesn't. A state of calm is better accomplished by not becoming agitated in the first place. When we fight the urge to blow up or melt down, we fight against our own nature. These tried and true techniques will finally give you the tools to control your anger and, in the process, transform your personal and professional relationships. So I'm really stoked to read this. That's March. It's gonna be a happy March with no anger. Travel and no anger. I feel like that's a good theme for March. I tried to like film in front of my window, but it's currently raining, which is just like the ultimate reading mood. hopefully the noise isn't that much of an issue. But yeah, it's currently raining. So as for April, I picked up the book Cottage by the Sea. Again, I wanted something more bright and airy, like an uplifting good book. I am not one to judge a cover, what's it called? Judge a book by its cover. But I'm not gonna lie, the reason that I clicked on this book when it was recommended to me on Goodreads was the cottage in the front. It is the most stunning, peaceful front cover of a book I've ever seen in my life. It's just, look, it is so peaceful. Like, I want to be there right now having a cup of like tea. And then when I read like the synopsis, it was actually really interesting. A seaside town and its eclectic community help one young woman reclaim the light after darkness in a brand new novel from #1 New York Times bestselling author Debbie Macomber. Annie Marlowe has been through the worst. Rocked by tragedy, she heads up to the one place that makes her happy. Oceanside in the Pacific Northwest, the destination of many family vacations when Annie was a teenager. Once there, Annie begins to restore her broken spirit in part to the folks she meets. A local painter, Keaton, whose large frame is equal to his big heart and who helps Annie fix up her rental cottage by the sea. Melly, the reclusive, prickly landlord Annie is determined to befriend, and Britt, a teenager with a terrible secret. But it is Keaton to whom Annie feels most drawn. His quiet, peaceful nature offers her both comfort and reprieve from her grief, and the two begin to grow closer. Then events threaten to undo the idol Annie has come to enjoy, and when the opportunity of a lifetime lands in her lap, she is torn between the excitement of a new journey towards success and the safe and secure arms of the haven and the man she has come to call home. In this heartwarming tale, Annie finds that the surest way to fix what is damaged within is to help others rise above their pain and find a way to heal. So it's a really good feeling kind of book. Something different that I'm used to. Alright, so for the nonfiction for April, this one I'm so excited about. That is The Rise and Fall of the Dinosaurs. So I grew up, like, my dad always read books to me about dinosaurs. Like, I knew every single dinosaur, what they were. Like, he showed me a picture, I knew what dinosaur breed. Is it a breed? I don't know. I knew a lot about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs were like a huge part of my childhood. When I saw this, I was like, I have to get this. Even the cover just makes me so excited. Like, all the dinosaurs. Alright, so, the dinosaurs. 66 million years ago, the Earth's most fearsome creatures vanished. Today, they still remain one of our planet's greatest mysteries. Now, the rise and fall of the dinosaurs reveal their extraordinary 200 million year long story as never before. In this captivating narrative, Steve Bruce, a young American paleontologist who has emerged as one of the foremost stars of the field, naming 15 new species and leading groundbreaking fieldwork, masterfully tells the complete, surprising, and new history of the dinosaurs, drawing on cutting-edge science to dramatically bring to life their lost world and illuminate their enigmatic origins. Spectacular flourishing, astonishing diversity, cataclysmic extinction, and startling living legacy. Crusade traces the evolution of dinosaurs from their start as small shadow dwellers, themselves the beneficiaries of mass extinction caused by volcanic eruptions at the beginning of the Triassic period, into the dominant array of species every wide-eyed child memories today. T-Rex, Triceratops, Brontosaurus, the one with the long neck, I don't know how to pronounce that, and more. He recreates the dinosaurs' peak during the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods when thousands of species thrived and winged and feathered dinosaurs, the prehistoric ancestors of modern birds, emerged. The story continues to the end of the, I cannot say this, Cretaceous period, when a giant asteroid or comet struck the planet and nearly every dinosaur species, but not all, died out. And the most extraordinary extinction event in Earth's history, one full of the lessons for today as we confront a sixth extinction. So he also recalls compelling stories from his globe-trotting expeditions during one of the most exciting eras in dinosaur research, which he calls a new golden age of discovery. So I am super excited. I feel like I'm going to learn a lot, like, scientifically. I always tell you guys I have one science book, so this is my science book, which I'm excited about because it's something I'm actually super interested in. I feel like it's gonna be a good one. If you guys have ever read Sapiens, I have a feeling that that style of writing is gonna be the same as this, and Sapiens is one of my favorite books ever. As for May, I'm gonna get a little bit darker for May because I always love me a good thriller. So the thriller that I picked up was The Girl Before. It's a superior psychological suspense. The girl before spins one woman's seeming good fortune and another's mysterious fate through a kaleidoscope of duplicity, death, and deception. So this says Emma ... Reeling from a traumatic breakup, Emma wants a new place to live and discovers 1 Folgate Street, an architectural masterpiece, sleeking design with soaring ceilings. But there are rules for tenants. The house's enigmatic architect likes to retain full control of the surroundings, mandating, among other things, no clutter of any kind. The space is ingeniously crafted to transform its occupant, and it does. And it says Jane ... After a personal tragedy, Jane needs a fresh start. She is instantly drawn to 1 Folgate Street and its aloof but seductive creator. Moving in, Jan soon learns about the ultimate death of the home's previous tenant. As Jan tries to untangle truth from lies, she unwittingly follows the same patterns, makes the same choices, and experiences the same terror as the girl before. So that one's really good. I'm really excited to read that one. I feel like I'm gonna fly through that one. As for the nonfiction, I picked up Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself: How to Lose Your Mind and Create a New One. So if you guys are followers from like last year, I feel like I made it like, I want to say like half a year ago, I made a video about the power of your subconscious mind, and a lot of you guys told me that this book was really good when it comes to like learning about your subconscious mind. So I'm super excited about it. That was one of the most profound topics I've ever researched for a video, and I wanted to learn more, so picked it up. It says you are not doomed by your genes and hardwired to be a certain way for the rest of your life. A new science is emerging that empowers all human beings to create the reality that they choose. In Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, renowned author, speaker, researcher, and chiropractor Dr. Joe Dispenza combines the fields of quantum physics, neuroscience, brain chemistry, biology, and genetics to show you what is truly possible. Not only will you be given the necessary knowledge to change any aspect of yourself, but you will be taught the step-by-step tools to apply what you learn in order to make measurable changes in any area of your life. Dr. Joe demystifies ancient understandings and bridges the gap between science and spirituality. Anything with science and spirituality, I feel like that combination is just like one of my favorite things to read about. Through his powerful workshops and lectures, thousands of people in 24 different countries have used these principles to change from the inside out. Once you break the habit of being yourself and truly change your mind, your life will never be the same. You are going to literally dive into your brain and fix what you subconsciously feel in order to manifest your dreams. So I am so stoked about this one. And then as for June, my birth month, I picked up Little Fires Everywhere. So this one was on Oprah's like book to read last year, and it like got so many different awards, and like it was all over the books to read for 2018, and I don't know, I feel like I wasn't giving it the time because it was so new. And I know that anything on Oprah's reading list is always going to be amazing, but there's always going to be like a bias towards it because everyone loves Oprah, so anything that she says, like, everyone's going to love. So hopefully it's as good as what everyone says it is. In Shaker Heights, a placid, progressive suburb of Cleveland, everything is planned. From the layout of the winding roads to the colors of the houses to the successful lives its residents will go on to lead. And no one embodies the spirit more than Elena Richardson, whose guiding principle is playing by the rules. Enter Mia Warren, an enigmatic artist and single mother who arrives in this idyllic bubble with her teenage daughter Pearl and rents a house from the Richardsons. Soon Maya and Pearl become more than tenants. All 4 Richardson children are drawn to the mother-daughter pair, but Maya carries with her a mysterious past and a disregard for status quo that threatens to upend this careful, ordered community. When old family friends of the Richardsons attempt to adopt a Chinese baby, a custody battle erupts that dramatically divides the town and puts Maya and Elena on opposing sides. Suspicious of Maya and her motives, Elena is determined to uncover the secrets in Maya's past, but her obsession will come at the unexpected and devastating costs. Little Fires Everywhere explores the weights of secrets, the nature of art and identity, and the ferocious pull of motherhood, and the danger of believing that following the rules can avert disaster. So I'm excited to see what everyone's talking about with that one. And then as for the last nonfiction book, that is Many Lives, Many Masters. So again, if you guys have been following me, you know how intrigued I am about past life regressions and past lives in general. I definitely want to get a past life regression. They're just super expensive, and it's also kind of scary to get like hypnotized, but I've seen like videos before where it's just like there's no explanation as to how these people came up with these past lives. It's like, it's not like a doctor telling you who you are in your past life. It's more like you are literally being hypnotized and you're recalling the information yourself. And it's so vivid, and people like really, they truly see it. So it's just interesting to me, to say the least. So it's the true story of a prominent psychiatrist, his young patient, and the past life therapy that changed both of their lives. As a traditional psychotherapist, Dr. Brian Weiss was astonished and skeptical when one of his patients began recalling past life traumas that seemed to hold the key to her reoccurring nightmares and anxiety attacks. His skepticism, oh my gosh, skepticism, I know how to pronounce the word, I just can't say it. Skepticism, he was skeptic of it. Am I saying that right? Skepticism was eroded, however, when she began to channel messages from the space between lives, which contained remarkable revelations about Dr. Weiss's family and his dead son. Using past life therapy, he was able to cure the patient and embark on a new, more meaningful phase of his own career. So I'm really excited to read that one as well. I am so excited. If you guys want to grab the books and read along with me, I'll leave them linked in the description box. And I don't know how we're gonna do this. I'm trying to get a website up, and we can kind of create like a book club on the website. That way we can like all talk about it. But in the meantime, if you guys want to like read along with me and see my reviews of the books, you can follow me on Goodreads and see what books I'm currently reading, as well as the reviews of the books that I'm going to be reading. And if you guys are reading along with me, make sure to tag me on Instagram. I love reading like the DMs and stuff of you guys like following along. That's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in a future video. Bye guys.